Hey guys, those of you who don't know me, my name is Cody Wax. I'm a Tactical Instructor with Ground Ready International Training. We're a tactical training company in Florida. We do a whole bunch of different classes, everything like that. If you don't know who we are yet, check us out, www.gritready.com. I'm going to be doing another product review today. I've done a couple, so we're going to do some more. Today we're doing the Crossbreed holsters. I have a Super Tuck right here, which is an inside the waistband, and then the drop slide, which is the outside the waistband. Crossbreed's been in the game for a while, and I think they were kind of some of the first ones to really get into the inside the waistband holster style. I might be wrong on that, but it's probably one of the oldest brands I recognize that I've seen since I started looking into the inside the waistband carry. So first impressions, they're super well made. It's got a leather backing instead of neoprene or Kydex or what other people might use, or sheepskin or whatever. So you can definitely feel that it is really nice, really quality leather, and it's super stiff right out of the package. I mean, it's obviously going to take a lot of breaking in, but the construction is really nice. I guess the skin, you would call it, for the gun is actually riveted into the leather. It's not screwed in or anything, which I think is really nice. Unfortunately, you can't adjust the retention unless maybe you heat the Kydex and kind of firm it around the trigger guard. I don't know what their return policy or whatever it is on that, if you kind of make your own modifications to it, but I do like that it is riveted, so you don't have to worry about it coming loose, as long as you're okay with the stock retention on it, which I like. I think it's just fine for me. You also have the clips, the belt clips. These are just the standard ones that come with the inside the waistband holsters, the Super Tucks, and some of the other ones they make. These you can adjust the height. You have 4 positions on the height on each side, so you can also change the cant of the weapon by adjusting that. It does come with a natural cant, probably like 15 degrees, I think is a standard. The clips are also super well made. They're metal. If you've watched my alien gear review, you know I'm not a fan for these kind of over the belt ones. They don't, I'm just scared that the holster's gonna come up with my gun, which I've never had happen with this one, and you're gonna see in the videos later me shooting it, where that doesn't really cause a problem. But I also use a really thick belt. Right now I'm actually wearing the Alien Gear belt, concealed carry belt, which is super thick, so those lock into it really well. I'd recommend wearing a super thick belt, or getting some of the other clips they have for these. They have a J-frame, so it kind of secures to the bottom side of the belt, so it can't be drawn upwards with the gun. And they also have Velcro clips, which are like a really deep concealment. You won't see anything on the outside of the belt with those clips. But yeah, these clips seem okay for, you know, being outside of the belt, and like I said, I haven't had any problems with them yet. So let's move on to first impression of the drop slide outside the waistband. Same thing, leather backing, riveted to the leather instead of secured. You obviously can't change the canter height of this at all. It's just that it's natural cant. There's no fancy belt loops. It's just built into the leather, which is nice. It kind of cuts down on garbage and stuff. It is a relatively small outside the waistband holster, a really small profile, which I do like. I really like this one. Even it being as rigid as it is, just straight out of the box, I think it's really nice compromise for outside the waistband versus concealability because of its low profile. So those are my, let's talk about the price real quick. The Super Tuck, which is probably their main seller, I'd imagine. It's just their standard inside the waistband holster. Retails for about 70 bucks, so it's kind of on the medium to higher medium average on price. So I definitely think it's a fair deal for the quality of construction. You can see they have their little logo stamped into the leather, which is pretty neat. And the outside the waistband, the drop slide, goes for about 50 bucks, which I think is a good deal for, you know, a half leather holster, outside the waistband, excuse me, quality holster. It's going to take some breaking in on these to get them super comfortable, but I've found so far that the leather does get kind of hot on my body, especially here in Florida. You can see I'm probably sweating now. It's like 1,000,000 degrees Florida in July, those of you who are from around here. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have any problems. It's a little rough, it's a little rigid. I'm sure you could probably put leather oil on it. I don't really do a whole lot of stuff like that, or eventually just let it wear in. Super good benefit to the leather, obviously, is that it's going to protect your gun from your sweat, which, again, here in Florida, big deal, big problem. So that's really nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've been testing these out for a little bit now, just wearing them kind of every day, doing draw strokes at home and taking them out here. So we're gonna do a little bit of shooting out here today, just so you can see their concealability and everything like that. See what you think. All right, let's go check them out.
I don't know how much.
Yep.
Alright guys, time for a little debrief. Overall, the Crossbreeds, I do really like them. With the Super Tuck, I tried to show you on those close-ups, I kind of ran into a problem getting that nice high firm pistol grip, which I think was because of this higher cut of the leather in relation to the weapon. Weapon is clear. So, if you notice how high it comes up around the trigger guard, I just had a problem kind of getting my fingers past that. So I wasn't always able to get that high firm pistol grip, which I'm not a fan of. But other than that, I did really like it. I mean, it's comfortable, it hides the gun well. As you've probably noticed, I was shooting my 19 as always. The outside of the waistband, I really like that one. I think it's like a really nice slim profile. I didn't have any of the problems getting my pistol grip on there. I think that's because it's the drop slide one. They have one that's like straight across. I'm wearing it on my belt already. Oh, I guess I can show you. It drops it just a little bit from where the belt loops are. And they have one that's just straight across. I think the straight across one might give you some issues on that high firm pistol grip. But at least this drop one, I think, at least for me, works perfectly. This might even become my new go-to outside the waistband holster. As you know, I'm a huge fan of inside the waistband for concealed carrying. Some of the other instructors prefer the outside the waistband. And at Grit, once you start, you know, at least in the earlier courses, we require you to use outside the waistband. It's a little bit easier to get used to, and it's a nice slow progression into maybe a deeper concealment that we'll train to later. So yeah, Crossbreeds, definitely I'd say go for them. Like I said, there are some downfalls and they're not my personal favorite. That being said, I think if you like the leather, this would be a great company to go with. And you know, the price point's not horrible. It's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive, it's pretty much right down the middle. So 70 bucks for this one, 50 for the outside the waistband. I do think they are really quality holsters. Yeah, so absolutely, I'd say Crossbreed, 4.5 out of 5 stars, really good. Totally happy with the product and the construction. You can't talk smack about the construction and the rivets and everything. So yeah, good job. Love this stuff. If we could just work on that little cut, I think I would be happier. But other than that, guys, go check them out, crossbreedholsters.com. I'll put a link in the description and everything. All right, so check them out and see you next time.